Hi, I'm so happy to see you. Welcome back to my living room. It's been a long time since we've live streamed, and I'm so excited to be bringing this back. We are diving in today to a 30-minute signature flow. I am bridging it between phase 2 and 3. I'm hearing feedback. There you go. Little technical moment here. We're getting some feedback. Okay, there we go. So, we're going to be bridging this between phase 2 and 3. So it's going to be a signature flow. We're going to get a little cardio in. We're going to get some good sculpting in. I'm going to hit your booty. We're going to hit your abs. We're going to hit your upper body. But I'm going to give you lots of options to make sure that you are navigating each exercise and tailoring it and tapering it to your body and your strength level. Okay, so we are going to go through this together as a group. I am just so thrilled to be reconnecting with all of you from all over the world. It's crazy beautiful here in New York City. We're diving into November. I feel like the holidays are like strong and alive already. My girls, like we had a whole month of Halloween in our house and now it's like Thanksgiving, here we go. So I don't know about you, but I need this more than ever. I'm going to be using a squishy Pilates ball, right? So if you have this out of your essentials kit, grab it. I'm also going to be using I have 5-pound hand weights, whatever you've got, anywhere from 1 pound to 5. If you don't have these props, do not sweat it at all. You don't need hand weights. You can do the exercises without the weights. Remember that adding weight and adding resistance is second to getting the actual muscle groups activated and moving properly. So honestly, a lot of times I can get better resistance and energy out of not using weight initially, and then I layer on the actual weight. Squishy Pilates ball. If you don't have this puppy, grab a throw pillow off your couch. It'll do just fine. All right, so we are diving in. Without further ado, let's get ourselves together. I'm going to start lying on my back, and you're going to bring your ball or your cushion with you. So come on down. All right. So we're going to take this ball and we're going to stick it between the inner thighs. What I'm starting with is setting up my parallel tracks. So feet pointing forward in line with my knees and in line with my hip bones. I am going to notice where my pelvis is pointing first and foremost, okay? I'm going to drop my pubic bone down. I'm going to shake my booty a little bit, create some space in the low back. You're going to go ahead and cactus your arms up by your ears and let that open your chest, okay? We're going to talk a lot about the chest today and where your breath actually travels inside of your chest cavity. We focus so much postpartum for so many years on activating everything down here near the pelvis. The chest tends to get very forgotten about, compounded with all of the changes that the muscles in your chest go through from birth and beyond, right? So, arms open, tailbone dropped, shoulders released, big breath in. If your arms do not relax like this, if you feel like you're fighting your shoulders, drop your arms down here, okay? 3 big breaths, and without intention or direction, I just want you to breathe the best you can. Exhale. Relax into your breath. 2 more. Exhale. You made it. Again, breathing in. Gather the threads of your attention. Good. Now, on your next breath in, direct it into your chest. You're going to inhale the entire chest cavity. As you exhale, let the chest cavity contract in at the same time that you squeeze the ball. Do you start to contemplate that your legs and their power and movement originate beyond the bowl of the pelvis all the way up into your chest, okay? Again, breathing in. Exhale, chest engages, ball squeezes. We have 3 more of these. As you breathe in, expanding not just the chest now, but also the shoulder blades and your back. Exhaling. 2 more. Last one. Now, notice your hip flexors right in front of your hips. Jiggle your booty, engage the inner thighs to engage your transverse abdominals, the deep corset, right? Like a zipper moving from your pubic bone to your rib cage. Hands behind your head, elbows are wide now. I want you to think about your chest engaging now. Big breath in, and we're going to hold that engagement. Little squeeze on the ball to anchor the pelvis. You're going to feel like that engagement in your chest, your pecs, is pulling down into the ribs. Okay, so I wore a sports bra so you can really see my ribs today. You're going to pull it down and you're going to start to feel that give you a little sit up and come back down. That's it. My head did not go forward. Notice that. Big breath in. Upper abs. My elbows are staying wide. You're going to notice, we have 10 of these, that you do use your back a little bit. There's movement here. You're three-dimensional. Here we go. We're warming it up. 5, 4. If you feel like you are losing your transverse abdominals, you stop, you reset with a breath, and then you join back in. Last 2. Woo, I feel my inner thighs too. Last 1. And you're down. Take that ball out. Take it behind your pelvis. If you don't have a ball and you're using a pillow, don't worry about it. You can lose everything right now. Just lie flat on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. We're squishing from side to side. Little deeper transverse abdominal work. Now we activated the upper body. I want you to feel the upper body anchor you. Now we're using the lower. Big breath in. Remember, your knees start way up here. Shoulders down, ribs engaged. Zip. Feel with your fingers. A lot of times we think we're working certain muscles because that's where our brain has trained itself. And then when we put our fingers on it, we're like, whoa, nothing's turning on there, never mind. When you touch it, it helps your brain find the correct muscle group. It's repatterning, right? It's sending the correct message through your neural pathways into the muscle you actually want turning on. I'm just doing toe taps right now. So stabilizing transverse abdominals, lifting. Front of my hips are doing minimal work. I'm still in my parallel lines as if the ball was still between my inner thighs. So it's really nice because it's unstable because you're on the ball, right? But it also is nice and squishy and opening for the low back. So it really focuses you on the waist. One more on the left. Pause. Big breath in. Exhale. Reset. Zip. All the way up. Right knee up, foot dangling. Balance. Left knee up, foot dangling. If you're flat on the ground, no big deal. You just be with us. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze. Big breath in. Both feet are going to the ground. Now, here's the test. Fingers to the belly button. You should feel constant tension in the belly button. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your chest. Notice how that engages everything. Call the legs back up. It's like you're moving through molasses. Woo! Tighten. Shoulders are wide. Chest is free. Ribs are engaged. Woo! 5. You can go back to single leg taps if you feel like you've hit a wall. If you cannot engage down the middle and you're starting to cone, you stop and go back to singles. Wow. Last 2. Pelvic corridor, vaginal wall all the way up to the chest and ribs. Last 1. And you're out, both feet down to the ground. Squish it a little side to side, really nice. Take the ball out and roll to the side for a second. Arms up, hips and knees to the right. Turn, open up your left shoulder, take a twist. Big breath in. Exhale. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Back up, other side. Turning, releasing. And feeling the ability to glide through the waist. Back up, hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You're gonna rock and roll yourself right up to so it feels good. You kind of rock on the back a little. And then you roll right up to sit. Really nice. Feet together, knees open for a moment. You're gonna find your sit bones. You're sitting up nice and tall on the pelvic floor, right? Find the height, big breath in. You're gonna do circles with the waist. So taking everything we just turned on in the middle and starting to talk to the 3 dimensions of your body in space. Remember that your transverse abdominals and the midline of your stomach muscles, reverse the circles, form the foundation and anchor for all of your external abdominal muscles to work and function well. We just established the stabilizing force. Now we're going to work on the mobilizing force and strength train it. Big breath in as you sit up. You're forward bending. Forward bending is an abdominal move and a back elongation. Bow forward. Big breath. Drop your head. Drop your thoughts. 25 more minutes. Let your brain release. Let your body and your senses rise to the moment. Roll yourself on up, giving yourself the incredible gift of space and time to hear experience and connect to your deep inner voices, your deep inner intuition. Hands back behind you, feet out in front of you. I'm still in my parallel tracks as if the ball was still between me. Hands back behind, fingers pointing in. Shrug those shoulder blades together, bend your elbows. I just shifted my butt forward so I have a little more room. Now what I want you to feel is the chest muscles we just activated along with the deep core. So big breath in, exhale. There it is. Now bend the elbows and squeeze the backs of your arms just above the elbow. Straighten it up. Now I want you to notice my shoulders are just gliding. My shoulder blades are coming together. I have very little weight and pressure in my wrists. I'm really using my trunk. I'm basically in plank pose. And because my elbows bend, my body moves. Very different than any sort of collapse like this, right? I'm squeezing and activating my back muscles along with the backs of my arms. If this is feeling good, we're going forward. Big breath in. If you need to stay here, you stay here. Everybody else, you're going to squeeze your butt a little, push on your feet, lift up, shift back, brace. You have 15. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 4, 5. Open your chest. 6. Smile. It helps, I promise. 9, 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Lift all the way up. Drop your head back up into the exhale. Hips down. Take a breath. Tip yourself forward. So I'm right at the front of my sit bones. My feet are beyond my knees. Right arm out. Left arm out. You're bracing. Big breath in. Big breath out. You're going to start to hinge back. If you need to hold on, hold on. Coming back up. Just a few inches. It's like a sliding plank. Brace. 5. Woo! 4. Are you gripping here or are we gripping here and here? Check in. Last 2. Last 1. You're up. Legs straight, arms up, bow forward, breathe out. Woo! Roll yourself on up. We're coming all the way up to stand. Here we go. No props for the moment. Just find yourself up and jiggle it out a little bit. Shake the arms, shake the legs. Little hip hop from side to side, side to side, side to side. Pause, 2 feet on the ground, arms up, big breath in. Catch your prayer. Fold forward as you exhale. What generates gratitude inside of you? Get to know it. It's usually something very visceral. It's hard to get those answers from your brain. It's more of a feeling state. Bend your knees. Right leg's going back. Low lunge. Chest elongates and helps you lengthen the waist. Plant your hands. Take a breath. When you push in your hands, can you feel that core work we set up on the ground? Down dog, exhaling. Pedal it out. Wake up the backs of the legs. Tailbone to the ceiling, head down, shoulders release. It's a plank pose. Big breath in, rolling out on top of it. Heels back. Shrug the shoulder blades together. I want you to lift your armpits. Big breath. You can drop your knees or keep them up. We're lowering to the ground, one piece. Go for it. It's a cobra. Untuck your toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting up. Let your heart expand. Downward facing dog as you exhale all the way up and back. It's your right leg. Send it up as you breathe in. 3-legged dog. Come on forward to step. Low lunge. Drop your left knee. Arms up by your ears. Crescent lunge. Open the heart. Feel how the shoulder blades help to suspend the front chest. Hands down to the ground. Pick up your back knee. Pick up your right arm and rotate. Both hands down, step forward. You're in the forward bend. Let it all go. Come on up to stand. Big breath. Fill up. Bow down. Experience being empty in the forward bend and yearning for that fresh breath. Left leg's going back. Inhale. Receive it. Down dog. Planting your hands, lifting and stepping back. It's like a moving prayer. Just repeating and repeating. Rinsing your brain and senses. Plank pose. Come forward. Shoulder blades back, abs up, heels back, chest open. Now, chaturanga or to the ground, your choice. Dropping these first is always an option. Lifting. Down dog, it's a pike, ready? Roll it back. Left leg, send it up, big breath in. Come on forward to step. Curl through the abdominal wall. Drop your back knee. Elongate the waist, arms up. Breathe in. Both hands to the ground. Pick up that right knee. Lift your left arm and twist. Both hands down, step forward. You're in the forward bend. Let it go. Come on up, big breath. You're releasing, exhaling. Grab your ball, grab your weights. Ball is going between your upper and your thighs. 2 hand weights in your palms, okay? I'm gonna stand to the side. You're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna sit your booty on back, all right? From there, what I want you to start with is noticing this is the same position we were in when you were on your back. You've got the ball between your inner thighs. Can you use it to activate your core and waist? Sit your booty back a little further. Squeeze the ball, feel your booty, feel the abs. Lift your chest. Now add the biceps. Big breath in. Here we go. 1. Notice biceps are able to really isolate and squeeze. You can definitely be doing this without hand weights, right? This is a lot on its own. And it's not taking my shoulders forward. There's a difference between using your biceps, keep going, between using your biceps here and using this attachment right in front of your shoulder, but it just feels grippy and uncomfortable, right? This is strength training. The big muscles that lift your kiddos all day. Here we go. 5, 4, but they need your back, chest, and abs to support them. Last 2. Last 1. Pause, straighten your legs. Shrug your shoulders back. Big breath in. Come down. Bend your knees and sit your booty back. Squeeze that ball. Go ahead and take your arms. You are going to overhead presses, but we're going to use it with some squats. So big breath, chest and abs. Straighten arms up. Lead with your elbows forward, exhaling. Straighten, come up. Elbows come forward, exhaling. Woo! 5. Now, what's happening in the shoulders as you do this? Are they climbing up, or do you feel your chest and back gliding up and down? That's what we want. Shoulders go down when the arms go up. Abs tighten. The ball helps you feel your center. Woo! 5. I'm getting breathy. 4. 3. Come with me. 2. 1. You're up. Weights come together. Triceps. Now, we're still keeping the ball because I want you to bend. Stick your butt back. Chest up. Now, you can see I'm in my back right now. In order to get out of that, bring the abs in. Now, backs of your arms. Here we go. 1. You can go down to 1 weight. You can lose the weights altogether. Elbows are parallel. Here we go. 5. 4. Woo! 3. 2. Last 1. And you're out. Really nice. Lose the ball, lose the weight. You're at the top of your spot. Feel that for a second. We're going to add some little hops. First thing is it's going to be back and forth hopping. Ready? 1 foot to the other. I just want you to start to feel the lightness that is possible in your lower body. When we start to really strength train the lower body, we tend to get very grippy around the pelvis, right? And we want to loosen that up because that's not where the strength comes from. Strength transference is from up here, butt muscles and quad muscles, right? A little hamstring. But really we want to feel that we can move the pelvis. Pause there. In center, 2 feet hopping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2 feet on the ground. Bend your knees. Fingers are coming down to the ground. We're doing 5 jump squats. You do not have to leave the ground. Come with me once and see how it feels. Up. All right, so I bend to land. Come down. Come on up. Now, if you feel like your pelvic floor is saying no way, stay with your feet on the ground. Otherwise, you're coming with me. We're going slow. Feeling where it's coming from. 5, here we go. 1, 2, butt back. 3, use your calves. Use your breath. Last 2. Last 1. Forward bend. Exhale. Straighten it out. Bam. Right leg is, left leg is going back. Big breath in, left leg. You're in your low lunge. Turn your heel down. Press down into that left leg. You're going to warrior 2 now. All the way up and wide. Sit into it. Feel that breathiness. It's moving the layers of your body. Feel the legs turn on. Zip the middle belly. It's a peaceful warrior. Palms up, tip it back. Woo. Straighten your right leg. It's a triangle pose. Come on forward. Feel your core activated and alive and supporting. these integrated movements that are yoga. Both hands to the ground. Low lunge. Drop that back knee. Right arm lifts. Stay with me. Both hands down. You're going to lift your back knee. You're turning your feet parallel into a straddle forward bend. Dropping your head, neck, and shoulders through center. Nod your head up and down. Come up onto your fingertips. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Little transverse lunges. Woo. Press into both feet. Come on up to stand. Roll through your spine. Let the pelvis rotate. Yes, it can move. To your left foot, you're doing a warrior two. You shape the feet. Sit down into it. Notice that for the standing poses, this is the standing pose, my feet are about hip distance apart. If they get too narrow, you can't move the pelvis. Okay, you get really stuck and it's hard to balance. You should feel powerful inside your balance. Arms are going wide. Big breath. Your butt is what is responsible for opening the angle of the hips. Your waist is responsible for stabilizing that opening. Become aware of your back muscles. Crucial other half of the core, right? Peaceful warrior, tipping it back. Straighten that left leg. It's a triangle pose. Page it out. Do you feel the two sides of your waist as you get into it? Woo. Both hands down to the ground. Low lunge. Drop the back knee. Lift your left arm. Take that twist. Both hands down. One more time, picking up the back knee, turning your feet parallel. You're in a straddle, exhaling. This time as you roll on up, big breath in. Heels are coming in, toes are opening. We're stepping into that wide second position. You're gonna bend your knees. Notice, knees, ankles, and hips are opening to the same angle. Take your fingers into the fronts of the hips and just sort of give them a little rub. They don't need to be the source of grip right here. Zip up here instead. Big breath. Sit down. 2 breaths just to activate the core. Push equally into the toe pads and the heels of your feet. I know. 1 more breath. Exhale. Now we're creating movement. Hands to your hips, shoulders back, chest open. This is the power. Ready? 10, 9. Knees are going wider. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten. Big breath. Yes, we are. Come on down. Pause. Feel the release of the groin. Feel the abs. That ball work sets you up for the middle core. And now we can open the hips with stability and strength. I know you're cooking while we're here. Big breath in. Feel the backs of the legs. 10. 1. Touch your butt. See if it's working with you. See if you can squeeze it a little. 4. You are going to feel your quads. 8. 9. Woo! You're up. Big breath. Say yes. Help each other. Come on down. Big breath in. 10 more. Woo! 1, 2. Squeeze. It's not momentum. I'm squeezing muscle to move my body. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. Lift your right heel. Hands behind your head. Brace. 5. Tips. 4. Tips. 3. Yes, you can. 2. Dig in. Breathe. Pause. Heel down. Left. I'm shaking. 5. 1, 2. Come lower. 3. Squeeze your butt. 4. Lead with your ribs. And you're up. Here we go. Toes in. Forward bend. Exhale. You don't have to do 1,000 reps when you get into good positions. It's so effective. Left knee bends. We're moms. Time's of the essence. We're gonna get the best results for the shortest amount of time. I'm with you. Good. I'm just lengthening out my legs. Drop down. Walking back towards that right foot. Low lunge. Step forward. You're in the forward bend. Let it all go. Come on down. You're having a seat. Lying down on my side. I'm bringing the ball with me, okay? Starting on my left side. Right leg is on top. We're going to take a nice big breath in. This ball is in front of my hand. So this is my right hand. Elbows in the sky, okay? And I'm stacked. Now the first thing I'm going to check out is what's happening in my hips. Am I twisted in some funny way? Side plank, meaning we just took plank and tipped it over on the side. Same alignments and principles we've been working with the whole time. Now, 3 breaths. You're going to press into the ball. Exhale. Feel the ribs, feel the chest. It's where your breath is, right? It's where it originates, where your lungs and diaphragm are. Big breath in. Think about your bottom armpit more than the bottom shoulder, right? We want to go underneath into this carriage to find your lift. Again. Now with pressure here, I want you to feel that top waist starting to bite. You're lifting your leg, and I want you to feel that top leg lifting from the bite of the waist. You're gonna feel the butt and the leg, and we're gonna isolate that a little more, but to initiate this motion, I want it to come from the waist. That means you need your bottom waist lifting, the top waist squeezing. In order for the side body to work well, we need the middle belly. Come back to what we started with, transverse abdominals. Press gently on the ball. I'm not crushing my wrist at all. I'm activating my chest and armpits. Last two. Last one. Pause. I want you to notice my knee is below my ankle and my shin is super relaxed. I'm going to take that and lengthen it slightly behind my hip. Press again. Find your ribs. Tap the ground with your big toe. Pause. Feel the waist. Zip up. Now you're going to feel your outer leg, your outer butt, and the low back waist. Think about muscles contracting to move the leg without moving the hip. If you feel stuck in the front or right here at the top of your IT band, change the angle of the leg, change the position of the leg until you can zero in on the waist, butt, and outer thigh muscles. It's a subtle little shifting and looking around. Same for me day over day. I just happened to stick the right position in my first effort here. 5, 4, 3. I'm tapping the ground every time. 2, 1. Foot to the ground. Pause. You're taking that ball. You're stretching it out here. Again, if you don't have a ball, no big deal. Just put your hand on the ground. We're going to push down. Notice that engages and lifts the chest. I even took my other hand to my chest. Feel that contradiction. Down and up. Now, big breath. Squeeze your low back waist. QL. This muscle right here. 2. It needs the ribs pushing in. Otherwise, if you're down here, you're going to squeeze your SI joints. That feels awful. You want to strengthen the low back waist. Woo! Let the movement wait until you feel the muscle engage. That's the ticket. It's not about the movement. It's about squeezing, going. Squeezing, going. 5. I added a few extra reps. 4, 3, woo! 2, 1, and release. Pause, let the ball go. Flip over, you're on your knees, hands are wide. Chest is forward. Now, knees up or down. I'm gonna go with knees up. Come with me if you want. Big breath in. If you feel your belly lose its connection, drop your knees. We've got 10 push-ups. Here we go. 1, squeeze. 2, 3, 4. Feel the backs of your arms work with your chest. Woo! Last 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Drop into it. Rolling on up. Relying on the right side. Here we go. Stacking. Balls in front of you. Chest is open. So you take a breath and feel the hips lengthen. Chest is open. 3 breaths. Activating top arm, chest, and waist. Notice how this side feels different, right? You're gonna feel like the bottom side is all lit up and grippy. Totally fine, we just worked it. This side might have a harder time. It might feel a little more tired. It was working as we worked the right leg. This time, pushing down. All the way up the left waist. And down. The key is to really relax your leg muscles because they're used to driving. Right? It's why our legs can get strong and our waist and trunk stay weak and loose. And then that's how we get this like accumulation of issues around our low back, neck, hip pain, knee pain. Woo! This is repatterning and strengthening in action. That's what I meant by phase 2 and 3, right? Phase 2 is all about strength and stamina building. Phase 3 is about really using that strength and stamina to up level your fitness. We're bridging between the two right now. Start to lengthen your leg. Whenever you need to pause and reset, you reset, meaning you feel you're getting stuck in the shoulders. Take the leg behind your hip. Toe touches the ground. Pause. Big breath. Relax the bottom groin. Use the waist instead. Push down. Here we go. You are going to feel your outer hip. You are going to feel your butt. You are going to feel the waist. But do you feel stuck? When you're really using muscle, you often can't go as far, meaning the range of motion is smaller because you're working a weaker muscle group. The body is smart. It goes to where you have the most strength when you need movement. And that's how we end up stuck in compensating movement patterns, right? Especially after you give birth. There are all these muscles that are not meant to hold you up and make you walk doing that job because you had a baby inside of you. Baby comes out, your body does not repattern itself. It has to be intentional and methodical retraining. Woo! I'm burning. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pause. Take that ball out. Lengthen. Push down. Feel your chest. QL. Feel the butt. Ribs in. Into the waist. Wait till you feel the QL work. I want you to notice that when I use my back muscles, I don't move my pelvis. So there's a difference between squeezing that low back waist right in here, right? And you can even touch it if that helps you find it, versus letting the back drop like that, right? The ribs staying up is what helps you isolate these muscles in the back that have a hard time waking up. Legitimately so. They got super stretched out. Woo! I'm on fire. 3, 2, 1, and you're out. Lose the ball. Come up to sit. Left leg over your right. Gather it in and twist. Exhale. Beautiful. Coming back through center, other side. Right leg over. Twisting. Coming back. Left leg straight, right foot to your inner thigh. Rock a little side to side. This is a stretch for the low back waist, meaning I want you to sit up, take your hands to your ribs, turn your ribs towards the left leg. It should come from that waist that we were just working. Right arm up, ribs bring you forward, chest brings you forward. You're gonna feel it down here rather than just fighting your hamstrings. And then rolling yourself on up. To generate gratitude. Sometimes it becomes a very intentional choice. Right? The negativity is a spiral, right? It's a downward spiral, and it's a very kind of viscerally comfortable place for human beings to go. Like biologically, our brain wants to live down here in the brainstem. It's hard for us to stay up in the higher levels of consciousness and awareness. It takes intentional practice. Good. Choose gratitude for your body. It changed. It's going to keep changing. You're alive. Hopefully you have many more decades in front of you to experience the magnificent changes that this body will go through. Roll yourself on up. It's not bad. It's perfect. You're perfect. Get your booty up there, arms up. Your body's doing exactly what it was designed to do, and you are taking the conscious choices, forward bend, to love it, to tend to it, and keep it healthy and strong, functional, feeling good. A place to process and release pent up energy and stress and emotion. We are diving in today to and rolling on up as you breathe in. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. 2 hands together, bowing my heart to yours. It is just my privilege and pleasure to share these practices with you. I'm staying on for a few minutes here for any Q&A that pops up. So if you have any questions, you can type it in to the comments field and I will answer it for you. If you need to hop off, hop off. If you missed part of the workout or you joined late, the whole video will be up on demand for the next week until next Thursday when we do it again at 10 a.m. So I wish you the most incredible, wonderful, beautiful day. This is the beginning of a regular Thursday class at 10. So mark your calendars, 10 Eastern, that is. Mark your calendars. And if you ever need to jump in before or after, you can always do it on demand afterwards. Invite your friends to join you. The more the merrier, and friend workouts are always the best. All right. Any questions over there? Okay. So no questions popping up right away. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off right there. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you. And I will see you soon.